Okay, welcome back to that SQL class. What we do, whatever we talked about last week, that rollback and the commit, I'll show you how it's happening here. Then we'll move on with simple select statements. Okay. Okay. By the time, do you have any question on the rollback and that commit? Because I'm asking again and again, because that is the kind of a foundation of Oracle, the commit and rollback. That's the reason I'm asking any SQL. That's the reason I'm asking. Do you have any question on that?
No, that is clear now.
Shamina?
No questions.
You never had a question, Ma. I like that.
You're welcome, Pa.
Okay.
I try to be supportive.
Yeah, it's a compliment. Okay. Okay, now I'm creating a table. Okay, now I create a table. That's a very simple table with a name. Okay, now I'm selecting it. Anything is there? So nothing is there. Just I created the table. Now what I'm doing here is I'm putting a 3 values, Tilak, Nidhi, Shami. Okay. Now I just put the 3 value. There's no commit or I didn't do anything. Okay. Now I'm selecting the value. Now what is happening here is this value goes to a rollback segment, something like there is a a buffer. Okay. Now this value only you can see. The whoever inserting it, you can see. Nobody else cannot see because their value is not committed or persisted. Okay. So now since I am the same person, I can see. Okay, sorry. Okay. Now you can see Tilak is there, it is there. Now I'm doing a rollback just to prove the point what rollback does. Okay, now if it is rollback, so what happened? Whatever insert happened, it is gone because it is putting back to the previous status of the original status. That is nothing. Okay, this is empty. Okay. Now I'm doing all this value. Okay. Again, I'm inserting all the value. I am doing a select. So it is coming from the buffer cache. Now I'm committing the value. Okay. Now I select the values. It is there. Okay. Now I'm trying to do a rollback because okay. Now commit is happened. After there's nothing happened, so there's nothing to roll back. Even if I go there, you will see the same thing. Okay. Okay. Now let me delete now. I'm deleting it. So now what you see, you don't see anything because deleted from your table, but though not committed, basically is happening in the cache, so it is gone. So you don't see that. Okay, if I roll back, the delete is rolled back. So you're going to see that data because the data is there because it went back up to this level here, like 80, or 20. So if I see that, now the data is there. Okay. Now I'm doing the same thing again with the commit. Delete, I'm deleting it. I'm selecting it from here. It's gone. I'm committing it. Now I'm selecting it. Gone. Just I'm rollbacking just to prove the point. Okay, it's still gone because the commit happened before the rollback. So nothing is there. Okay. Now, okay. Now I'm going to insert the whole thing again. Okay. If you have any question, please jump in. Okay. Okay. I'm inserting it 3. Okay. I'm doing it again here. This is the catch. Now you are coming. So whatever I explained to that. Now I am doing a DDL. Okay. I'm doing a DDL. Okay. Now I'm doing a DDL. But I didn't do a commit or anything. I'm just doing a DDL. Now I'm selecting a data. The data is there because nothing happened. Okay. Now I'm doing a rollback. Okay. Now both of you tell me, what do I expect here?
Since a DDM was done, we shall expect the data, right?
Okay. So you are expecting a data. Shamina, madam?
Sure, data. I'm writing this down. Give me a second.
So why there's a data? You explain me. Give me a reason. Because she gave an answer, you are telling the same answer. That's the reason I'm asking explanation.
Give me a second, but I'm writing this all down. I need to write it first.
Okay. Okay, I select. Yeah, you see a data, but I need an explanation. Okay, because Your second answer following, if your answer is different, I don't ask you, because since you are following the same answer, you have to tell me that, okay, tell me that why there's a data. Now you said that the rollback, basically we did insert the data. The insert data was there. Then we did a, create a table. Then we did a select rollback. Then we did a rollback, but still the data is there. The rollback didn't happen. Why is that?
Didn't you roll back the create table then?
What is that?
Didn't you undo the create table then?
No, undo the create table. Why do you have to undo the create table? No, okay. I know that. Okay. Now what happened? Like I tried to explain to you. Anytime you do a DDL, the commit happen internally. Okay, understand? The commit happen internally. Now I inserted the data. I'll prove it again one more time. I delete the data. Okay. You can ask me a question. Now, okay. Delete. Delete. Commit. Okay. Okay. Now committed. Okay. Now I'm inserting a data. So I'm trying to understand. This is a very important concept of SQL. Okay. Now I'm selecting a data. Okay. Now I'm doing here a DDL, any DDL. It could be a create, it could be a drop table, it could be a changing an index, any DDL. Okay, any DDL you are doing here. So automatically internally it applies the commit. Because after the DDL, Oracle internally applies the commit. So what happened? So whatever so far happened, committed. The commit happened up to that point. So whatever happened. So basically insert also goes along with that, the commit happened. Though if I'm rollbacking after that, the rollback doesn't have an effect because the commit is already applied. Okay, so okay, now the rollback. The reason is the problem. What happened was okay, though it failed, it commit happened. Sorry, that's right. Okay, the commit happened internally. Though the DDL failed, the commit happened. Okay, so the rollback doesn't have effect because the commit internally happened after the DDL. Okay, that's the whole thing. Is it clear? Nah.
Yeah.
Okay, I hope you understood. Okay, Nidhi, you got it, am I right?
Yes.
Okay, good. Okay, now we'll go back to, okay, now I'm done here, but this is what we did last week. I'm just giving a, like rather than giving an explanation, I'm just doing the practical, I'm doing it. Now we'll go to that. Okay. Can this happen? Okay. Now we are coming back to select. Okay. Now the select, that I'm doing a select star from jobs. The star is as I said, the star is a wild character. It means every columns. Okay, select star from jobs, every column. The same thing you can do here, job ID, job name from here. Okay. Whenever practically you are using it, you always use this way, not that way. But whenever you are doing something to see that is fine. Okay. Then there is something called where conditions. Okay. Now select the expression, that's what they call it, whatever the table or a star. From where? The source. From table, this is exactly select expression. From table is the source. Then the conditions. The condition is optional. Okay. Now, this is the pure select statement. Now, what happened? Okay. Now, how do you do a select condition? Like job ID equal to here. So that you can have any column here, but when you say equal to this one, this is job is equal to that. Okay. Now, what are the possible conditions you can apply? Select the expression from where conditions you apply. Okay. Whenever you say is null, is not null. Okay. It is not equal to null, not equal to null. But when you are going to Java, whenever you are Java or Python, you always says equivalent to null, not equal to null. In a SQL, it is null, is not null. Whenever you use the null words, it is always is null, is not null. It is a little like differ from the standard, but that is what it is. Okay. Then you say equal. Okay, this is not equal. So everything you have an opposite to that. Equal, not equal. Not equal used in two ways. This is, I think, this is what used in Java. That's a symptom. This is not equal. This is less than equal to. That's the same. That's not good. You can use either one, but whichever you prefer, you go for it. Okay. Now it's a greater than. So basically, you are telling column is greater than so and so. Okay. Less than. Greater than equal to where greater than equal to something, where less than. Okay. Now like. Like is what? Okay, like you say that basically some of the name, something start with that or end with that. So what do you use? The percentage you use it. Okay, the percentage means the simple percentage. I'll show it to you. The percentage means what? The percentage means any value. So basically I'm telling that first name, like within the quote. Okay, the percentage always goes within the quote. Number you can't apply that. This is only apply in a varchar. Okay, so you say that open the bracket. Percentage like AK. So it could be Tilak or it could be Mike or like, it could be what, what's an AK? Something like anything start with AK. Okay, but here, even if there is nothing, the name start with AK also applies. AK Anthony he was a minister. He also comes into the picture, AK. Okay, so the same way you can do that. Okay, T, I or T percentage. So it means his name start with T, could be anything after that. Okay, Tilak or Diwagar or like, anything. It's basically the only thing is starting with T. Okay. Opposite to that, you say not like. Okay. Now, in is what? In is whenever you say there is a more than one value involved. Like, say the age in 21, 22, 23. So basically that is also within the bracket you put in. Okay. In, not in, like same thing that you can do that. Between is when you say the date is date between one value and another value. That is how it works. Not between. Exists. I'll come to the exist later. When the exists, when it works with that, like the subclass, sub query. That will is a little advanced. I'll come to that later. I'll give an example of one of doing whatever we are doing here. Then we'll move ahead. Okay. Where's my that's okay. SQL workshop. So I already created a name, employees, everything. I'm not showing you all this, like how I created everything. The reason is that will give answer for my next week homework. In the homework, there's a 8 question is there. Probably I think out of the 2 or 3 is you have to try. You have to see that. Most probably you have to give me back 5 comments, 5 or 6 whatever comments you have to give it back. I want that before Saturday morning of my time. Okay, you got it. So that is Shamina Saturday morning, Nidhi's Saturday evening. I need that all the 5 comments to me. Okay, even if it is wrong, that's fine. We'll talk about that and then fix it. Like so I understand that you guys are following. Okay, now I go one by one. Select start from employees. Is a very simple statement. I'm running it. It give a name. Okay. Now say where name equal to 11. Okay. So basically, is exactly it is giving the name as it is, so it has to match. Okay. Whenever you are playing with the data, it is what's that called? Case sensitive. It means if it is T is capital, it has to be capital. Okay, that's all it is. Like so is always a data is a case sensitive. Okay, that this. What happened to that? Okay, first name, sorry. Okay. Okay, first name is like Tilak. So column name, this one. Okay. Yes, sir. If I'm making it smaller, it doesn't work because the data is always case sensitive. The syntax may not be case sensitive. This is I can put up anything. I can put that here. Like I can say this is all this one, but this is a case sensitive. I can say here first name that works for me. There's no problem. Okay, so basically that the Oracle syntax is not case sensitive, but the data is all case sensitive. Okay, that understand that part. But when you are going to Java, Python, and all Python and not Java, yeah, Python also, so they are even that language itself is a case sensitive. Okay, here data case sensitive. Okay, not okay. Now if I say not equal to Tilak, so basically except Tilak, you are going to get everybody. Okay, the same thing works. I got how many data I got? I got like 9 rows. Even is the same thing. Okay, the same thing. Not equal to is fine. It's the same thing. Okay. Now I come to that. What is that? Is null is not null. Okay. Now I say that manager ID is null. MGR ID is null. Okay. Now, so I get 5 rows because if you look at the manager ID, all these people are doesn't have data. So if I say is not null, so it is telling me that the people has got a value. Okay, now what happened if I say equivalent to what happened? It works, depending on the versions. No data form. It is not working. So it is always has to be is null. Okay, so in a SQL, it is you have to say when you say data is null, you have to be. Whenever you are playing with the null data, you have to be a little more cautious than playing with the other data because null is not equal to null. That you have to be always understand that. Okay. Now I can say that now, okay, salary is greater than the other part. I put okay, salary is greater than say the 1,000. Okay, I'm not going with the greater than all the stuff. That is a very simpler. Like I don't have to like worry much about greater than equal to like less than equal to. And you can also say here like salary is greater, salary not also. You can here also you can do like that. Not also works. Okay, it is opposite of this one. Salary is not greater than. They probably say 10,000. What is that? Okay, it works. Like okay, basically it works. 300,000, it's not greater than 10,000 because 85,000, 40,000. That's the reason, like so the not also you can do that. You can put any equal to not equal to here. Not you can put in the front of anything. Just go for opposite of it. Okay, that is also works fine. Now I say that like this is you try to understand. There are 2 characters. One is a person. This one is the underscore. This one says any value. The percentage says any value. The underscore says any single value. For example, I say first name. First name like percentage within that code percentage. I say n. So it says the last is n with n. Remaining, it could be anything. I don't care. The beginning could be anything. The last character is supposed to be n. Say that Nofin, John, Kevin, John, Kevin. Okay, if I say K, probably there's only one name. It will be there. Okay. Now I can say that it could be start with K. It can then anything. I don't care. Anything could be anything. Okay. See that Kevin. There are 2 Kevin Michael, Kevin Costner. Anybody know who's Kevin Costner? Was that Nidhi?
No, I can't recall.
Okay, you are too young. He was one of the known actor in my time. Okay, Kevin Costner. Okay, so okay, this is how it works. Now you can also say it could be K. Like what you say that no, I say something. Okay, it could be n percentage n. This also you can do that. Percentage can be anywhere. So start with the n, capital, end with the n. In between it could be anything. Okay. So nothing. That is also possible. Okay. Now what is happening here? I say NOFI. The last name could be anything. or I can say that Kevin, that underscore. Underscore means there's only one character. Sorry, I take that. Okay. So it could be, it says it is the one character, could be anything. Okay. The same way I can say that percentage, it could be anything. It could be anything. Yeah. The underscore basically works, one character could be anything. Okay. That is, now the thing is, when you are using underscore, be careful because underscore means within the sequence could be anything. That is also works. So this is how the like works. Okay. The not like is opposite of it. You can practice that part. Then in, what is in? Okay. I say that here, gender. Okay. Gender in. Whenever you have a, like, more than one value you are saying equal to. Basically, it is index is exactly telling that the gender is equal to M or gender is equal to F. That is what it is. So instead of that, I'm telling is in. This, I can say salary in for 5,000, 6,000, 12,000, something that I can also do that. Anything. Okay, see that in. In basically, it picks up everybody who's a male and female. Okay, if I say gender not in also, I think I can put a not either way. In the top also I can put, or I can put here. Here also I can put that. Okay, not in. So do we have anybody? No, we don't have anybody. Okay. So like say like, no, just to prove that point, I'm taking that is say that you. So basically it is bringing every female. See that. That is also works. Not in this works. Okay. Now that's okay. Now between is what? Okay. Between is like say salary is between. So basically you are working with the range. Salary between say 40,000 to 100,000, 40,000 and say 60,000. So if you say that basically it is telling salary is anybody between 40 to 60 is coming in the picture. So this is a range. So like 40,000, 40,000, 60,000, 50,000, 40,000. See that. This is the range. That is what the between works. Okay. If you have any question on this part, you can ask me. I'll send you that the conditions. You can work with that. You can practice with that. Okay. That you can also say it's not between here, or you can also say not here. Either you can say not here, or you can say not between. Okay, here the not is generally it is as good as telling anything you are coming. Basically the condition is basically where class is the end of the day you have to return off like a Boolean. That's a true or false. Now what you are doing here is not is just telling if it is coming false, then you are turning into true. The true turning into false. That's what it is. It is the same as like you are putting here. 3 record is the same as putting it not between. It's the same. There's no difference. Okay. Either way you can use that part. Okay. We have any question on this area? The same thing. Okay. You can say not salary not between or not salary between. Either way is fine. Okay. If you have any question, let me know. Nidhi, Shamina.
Can you explain the null part again? I did not understand that.
Okay. Now,
yeah,
the manager
null
I am telling is a null. I mean, this guy doesn't have a value. Okay.
Okay.
Null means there's no value, nothing. Okay. The space is not null. Space is a character. Okay. Null means nothing is there. So now how do I select the value that doesn't have a value? So I'm telling the syntax says, okay, in a Java, anything basically says manager ID equal to null. This is what it says. That makes sense. Am I right? But unfortunately, what happens? SQL, they don't say equal whenever it's coming to equal. Instead of they say is null. That is the syntax. Okay, that's a grammar. Am I right? That English grammar, you have to follow the English grammar. You cannot ask the question why it is that verb is coming in certain place, the action is coming in certain place. Like the Hindi or Tamil could be different, but you can't say. When you learn the language, you have to follow the syntax. The SQL syntax says whenever there's a validating with the null, you have to say is null. It means all the manager ID who doesn't have a value, get me the value. Okay, now I can say that. Okay, then is not null. Okay, the not is coming other way around. Okay, manager, I can say the not manager ID is null also fine. But this is how the syntax goes. Manager ID is not null. You got what I'm trying to say. Most of the time, everywhere else not comes before that, not between, not. But when it comes, is not null. Okay, that's one thing you have to understand. It's not null. So you have, there's a value is there. Okay, and whenever null, I say that null is not equal to null. Okay, that you have to always keep in your mind. Okay, here is not a matter. You are telling null, but when you are calculating or you are validating everything, that okay, you got what I'm trying to say. That you cannot compare true value. Here you are not comparing. You are just telling it is empty. But whenever true null comparing it is always false. That you keep in your mind always somewhere. Okay, anything you understood this part? No, I'm not hearing. I'm not able to hear you properly. Shamina, can you? Is my problem or? Nidhi?
Are you able to hear me now?
No,
It's a bit
not
quiet.
Yeah, now better.
Okay.
No, you went
No,
back.
no questions anymore. Yeah, I understood.
Okay, this is what the null is. Okay, so you understood that between in, like they are different, but everything is not null, but equal, not equal to everything is a syntax like anything else. The like, not like, in, not in, between, not between. Okay, that you just try to practice 5 times, then you got it. Okay. 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 This is a problem with the mark. Okay. Now I'm bringing that syntax here. Okay, this is what we are looking at. Okay, now not like, okay. This is I'll send you the after the lecture. I'll send you this this one practice. Okay. Now whatever. Okay, select, create. We have seen that, insert into and all the stuff, everything we've seen that. I'm not going to go back to that. Okay, select with and not. So far, what we've seen is only one condition. Now you can have more than one conditions, like the select. So what, either you can put an and condition or or condition. So how does it work? Now the thing is, as I said, at the end of the day, the result is a true or false whenever you are putting a condition. So when you are putting and cause, generally it is working from left to right. The validation is left to right. If you have any bracket, the bracket get the precedence. The bracket works first, then left to right. That is how it works. Okay. And I also told you sometime, or condition, when you are working with the and conditions, this always looks for the false to come out. The first time you find the false, it comes out. Because every condition has to be true. You have 10 conditions, 10 condition has to be true. The first time it meets the false, no, something is false, it comes out as a false. Okay. There is that, I should have put that and is and and false is false. There's something like that, like they say that. I'll find that table, I'll put that next time, I'll show it. So our condition is what happened. Our condition is even the one condition true, it is true. So first time we find the true, it's coming up as a true. Okay, that is how it works. And what else? How do I put that? Okay, is that okay? No. Okay, I'll show that, then I'll come back to that. Okay, the and condition is okay. Just listen to that. Okay, I'm telling that where okay, gender equal to female and manager, okay, no, salary is greater, and salary is greater than say 60,000. Okay, now there are two conditions. I'm putting that gender has to be false and condition. So the thing is, I'm going to pick up everybody who's a female and the salary is greater than 60,000. Okay. No data found. That's fine. Look like I gave a low salary. Okay. For example, Somehow Kevin became a female, that's okay. Okay, Kevin has got 60,000. Okay, this is the only female is coming here to me. Okay, now I'm telling here and or okay. Now be careful here. Okay, you understood that part. Am I right? Every condition is be true. Now I say that here not equal to, like for example, I put like this, not equal to female. So basically I'm telling here, anybody who's not female, whose salary is greater than 40,000. Okay. So there are three male is coming, like John, Kevin, Will. Okay. So there are three. Okay, it was accident. There's no any specific reason I gave a less salary for a ladies. Don't take it like anything wrong. Okay. Okay. The gender not equal to female and salary is greater than them. You are getting this. Okay. Now I'll do here. I'll go here. Now I'm also telling that R manager ID is not null. Okay. Our manager ID is not null. Now see that. Now I'm telling gender F, our manager ID is not null and salary is forward. So it is internally how is going to interpret this. The R is something like, manager ID is not null is all, anybody who's going to come is going to come here. Okay. You got what I'm trying to say. Okay. Somehow like, some of the male doesn't have a manager ID, I believe. Like, okay, or I say that, sorry, my record was not right. Probably made a copy from somewhere else. Manager ID is null. I'm telling here. So now probably I'm going to get everybody here. See that everybody is here because that R condition stands alone. Okay, the salary is 40,000. Okay. Okay, here if you are looking at anybody whose salary is 40,000, the manager ID must be greater than 40,000. Okay, okay. Okay, now is what is happening here is this one or this one. Okay, and this one. So basically that either this one or this one or this is kind of a confused. Okay, whenever you are having an AND condition or condition, you always say where the OR condition goes. Now, for example, now you got 10 rows. Now, what I do here is see that I'm putting a bracket. Now the whole selection stage. Now I'm telling here. Okay, the R condition applies there. Whatever coming out of that salary will be applied onto that. So basically, either gender or manager ID is null. Okay, and salary has to be 40,000. So anybody who has a 40,000 is not going to come here because the AND is coming out of it. So either has to be female or manager ID is, sorry, I put that manager ID is null. So God, now that the whole SQL will change now. It is not going to get me 10 rows anymore. It is going to get me 5 rows. The reason is everybody's salary is above because the AND is applied on either female or a manager ID is null. Okay, here in male, here basically manager ID is null or a female, but salary has to be above that. Okay, now if I change the bracket, little other way around, ask me question if you like me if you have a problem here. So now say that. Okay, I'm changing the bracket. Now is the whole SQL is different meaning. Okay, now you say that either female or, so all the female is going to come. The R is coming here. Manager ID is null. So basically R. If the females are going to come without any other problem. If they are male, either manager ID has to be null and salary has to be greater than this one, 40,000. So if the female doesn't matter whether salaries or managers, doesn't matter where the R is coming that side. Okay, you got what I'm trying to say. So now if you look at that, I get a different rows. Now I get what? I get again 10 rows. The reason is like, female 40,000 doesn't matter. Female, all the families come. If it is a male, the manager ID has to be null, the salary has to be greater than that one. Like in any other male is still like 120,000, 50,000. So anybody who's having doesn't come. You got to understand. So whenever you are involved with AND and OR, you make sure you are putting a bracket in the right place. That's how then only get the record you want it. Whatever your intended information you will bring it out. Otherwise, you are going to go wrong whenever and or works. If it is only or, doesn't matter because either one is fine. And no problem because everything has to be matched. Whenever and or is coming together, you have to put a bracket in the right place. Any question, please? Nidhi,
No, no, no.
Shamina? Shamina?
No.
Okay. Okay. Then we'll take one more topic, then we'll stop it today. Okay. Now I go back to this one. Okay. Okay. These are the basic. You have to have a proper, grasp on that. Then only you can go, this is common. It's not only SQL. Go Java, any language. The and conditions are same. Okay. Now I go for this one. And it's fine. Okay. Now, how does the SQL select works? Now, generally, internally, just for your understanding, okay. Generally, what happens, there is a three-way of, actually, the four-way processing, but you understand the three-way process. The first time when you are doing it, it does validate the syntax. The SQL internally validate the syntax. If your syntax is wrong, it is going to throw there. Then it does parse the variables. Whenever you are sending some variable, whether it's a variable name or the value within that like output value, then it parse it. So basically it match it with that columns and everything. Then what it does is internally when you are executing it, now what happened? It is not necessarily always executed in the database. Now it checks if it's already that similar syntax that SQL is executed. If it is there, the result will be cached somewhere else. Then it will bring the cache. Okay, that is how it takes care of the performance. Otherwise, it goes to the database, it it gets the value out, then it fetches the value to you. That's a kind of three-way process. Syntax validation, parsing it, executing it. You can say fetching it also, you can say the fourth one, but this is how the SQL works. Okay. Okay, now the only thing I want to talk about is a dual, okay, here. Like we talked about somewhere back the 12. Anybody remember what is a dual? Not anybody Nidhi or Shamina. Do you remember what is a dual in Oracle?
No.
Okay. Shamina?
No.
We can keep the mic on. That's easier to. Anyway, we are only 3 people. Don't have to turn it on and off. Okay. Okay. Shamina, do you know what is dual? Do you remember?
Nope.
Okay. In Oracle, what happened? Sometimes, I don't know about the other databases, but in Oracle, what happened? Sometimes you need to select a value without using a table. For example, I want to find out what is the system date. So why do I need a table? I don't need a table, right? So I can say that select sysdate from dual. So dual is a kind of an internal table. Dual is an internal table that basically works like a table. So you can do any kind of a calculation, any kind of things. For example, like I say system date. Like if I'm running a system date, it is going to give me a system date. Select sysdate. Okay, sorry, I didn't select it, that part. Okay. Okay, this is a system date is 23. Probably the database is lying somewhere in Europe. Okay, here for me it's 22. So the date it is giving is a database time, not the calendar time. System date, that's what is giving it. That's the reason 23, either Europe or somewhere in India. Okay, that is what 23 is. Now, what happens if I want to do some kind of a calculation, like say that like, say like, 50,000 divided by 100 into 20. So basically, I'm trying to find a 20% of 5,000. Assume that, like, sorry. Okay. So this is how it works. That I don't do anything. I might just 12. It asks only one row. Return anything you are doing, it is return that. Or if I want to see that, how the concatenation works. So say that, or like say, is a concatenation. Is basically when you are concatenation adding 2 characters. Say MICHAL, Michael. So like you can do anything with the dual, like a table, it works. Oh, sorry, it's a single quote. Okay. It's always single quote, character, not double quote. Okay. Okay, it's a dual. So dual is kind of an internal table. It works like a, it's an internal mechanism that works like a table. Okay, you can do any kind of validation, calculation, like, you don't, when you are sitting in a see, like in a SQL, you don't need a calculator. You can apply any calculation, you can do that. It has an internal calculator that takes care of it. Okay, so it returns this one. Okay, if you have any questions, we'll do that. Otherwise, we are done today. Nidhi, you have any questions?
No.
Okay, Nidhi, have you got a chance to go through the homework?
Homework? Yes, I have.
Okay, Shamina?
Yeah.
Okay. If you have any question on the homework, please ask me, or like, we are done for the day. Okay.